Hey there everybody, and welcome back to more Parasite Eve 2! Last time it became nighttime, hooray! Because this place has a little bit better atmosphere at night. And we also lost our car, damn it! And I love that car too. So we're going on a journey to get some gasoline for Douglas's truck so that we can repair it and get to the shelter. Which is pretty hilarious to me hearing these people talk about going to a shelter. About 10 years ago at work, we got this memo. It was talking about what's called a shelter in place, where if there's a tornado, if there's some sort of a disaster, you're supposed to find certain areas in the building that are supposed to be safer. At least they're deemed safer. I don't know that they actually are safer. So if you check this gas pump here, we can use that can that we picked up at the end of the last video to get some gas. And a couple of the places that they recommended for safety were the bathrooms. So it became a running joke between me and a friend of mine and a few other people that we would start calling the bathrooms the shelter. So every now and again we would say, yeah, I'm going to the shelter. So hearing these people say that, I cannot help but think that they're going to the bathroom, or the restroom, or the loo for my British brethren and sistren. Every time we've got to those conversations where they're talking about that, that just makes me laugh. But now that we got the gasoline, we should have everything we need. Fortunately, this time we're not collecting train parts, like we were in Resident Evil 3. And I believe Douglas is already hard at work. Doing nothing. You get enough? Hang on a sec. Okay, that should do it. It'll get you to the shelter at least. It'll take a little more work. I'll call you when I'm done. Go take a load off in your room. Aya is strangely quiet for a character. I know there are games that have the silent protagonist, and now we can store items in here. We will need to do that because, as you can tell, we're going to be taking that truck to a new area. We will be doing that next video. But not before facing off with enemies! And we do have another side thing I want to go show off too. Fuck you, enemies. I don't like you. So I will be moving a lot of stuff over to that truck off screen. I don't know why I was showing Aya off there. One of my times running around there, I got her right up next to the camera. It was like a face full of Aya. It was really awkward. Part of me is a fan, part of me felt uncomfortable. I'm not sure how I felt about that overall. It was weird. But then again, that happened to me in my playthrough of Resident Evil 1. Ah, great. More enemies. You can't just let me be. Oh god, one of these things. Damn it, Magic! You failed me! And I was just about to say, Magic, don't fail me now! Ha! Gotcha! You dickhead. It's really interesting to me seeing different sections of this game that I do remember struggling with the first time I played this game, and replaying them now and not having nearly the problems I say as I get hit by one of these dickheads. I hate you! We're about to a section that caused me a lot of trouble. A boss fight. Like I just said, we're going to get a boss fight. I don't know how many times I died on this thing 20 years ago when I was playing this game. I know it was a lot. And I did head up to the save room, thankfully. But there's an extra thing I want to show over here. But part of that is I didn't understand a lot of the mechanics. I don't think I even knew that magic was an option in this game. I think I just went Resident Evil and used guns and healing items. Huh, music's playing. I wonder who could be hanging about, not doing anything useful. Yo!
I hope you paid for that.
Ouch, you caught me. Have a drink. It's on me.
You and your 5-finger discount. So, about the car. Mr. Douglas is lending us his.
Finally, progress. Now we're getting down to business.
Have you just been sitting on your ass?
Whoa, hey, that's not true. In fact, I have quite a bit of info for you.
That being...
You know that shelter? It was recently remodeled for a different purpose.
What do you mean?
A large corporation bought it off of that militia group. I believe they're called Umbrella Inc. They carted in a lot of construction materials and fertilizer, of all things.
Construction? I see, but fertilizer? In the middle of a desert?
Weird, huh? Let's check it out.
With you? No thanks.
Oh, the cruelty! I've helped out a little, haven't I?
Fine then. I'll think about it. You might have to earn it.
You know, to be fair, Kyle hasn't really done a whole lot. The information that he gave us in this conversation, Douglas already gave us. So he hasn't really done anything useful. He did shoot some enemies, but Aya has proven that she's more than capable of dealing with those enemies on her own, so he hasn't really done anything. And I already mentioned that those conversations are going to be out of sync because the way I'm editing that, it's just a lot easier for me to do that the way that I'm doing it. If you don't like the conversations being out of sync, hey, at least you have a male and female reading the male and female characters' lines, and all the lines are being read. Most of the lines are being read. Now we've got a boss fight coming up. Get prepped, everything that you want ready. Have your belt ready. Be sure your health and magic are at full, otherwise you're going to have a bad time. Save your game, and get ready for this boss fight, so it's time to take a rest. Get out of here! Oh, God! Oh, no! We're facing the boss that gave me a lot of trouble the last time I played this game. So basically we're going to use the energy shot ability, which should allow the grenades to move faster. Be sure to have your grenade pistol equipped so that you can use that. I'll also be using, I forget the name of it, I want to say it's Antibody. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. But it allows you to take less damage. So magic is going to be really important in this fight. Oh, God. So I'm just trying to make sure I use that magic that will allow me to take less damage. And otherwise, we're just going grenades here. We are on a timer, so we need to get this first part of the fight done quickly. I highly recommend having at least one protein capsule on your belt and at least one magic recovery item on your belt. Magic is very important in this fight. Oh, God. Come on, Aya, just tank that damage. It'll be okay, I promise. Maybe. Okay, I believe the timed part of this fight is over now. If you take too long to defeat this thing, which is what happened to me the first time I played this, the dog dies. And I don't know about you, but I am not willing to let that happen. You get. Just fall. Damn you, monster. You're big and you're ugly. Might I suggest you go with a Stairmaster? Or at the very least, a workout tape. Video cassettes were still a thing in 2000. Granted, they were on their way out, but they were still a thing. DVD was all the rage! And now we're on to Blu-ray, which I don't really notice much of a difference, I guess, except for video quality, but at this point, I have never seen this attack before. At this point, I'm like, oh God, what's happening? I have no idea what's going on. I don't see any button prompts. I have absolutely no idea what I'm supposed to do here. There's kind of some advantages and disadvantages to what's happening here. So we get thrown to this side, so we can go right away to where we're going to have to go next. But we're going to be cut off from a save point. Actually, I take that back. There will be a save point, but we'll be cut off from our inventory. Why do you make an elephant sound? Just die! It's like he has to try to get the last laugh. You're not good enough to be considered an elephant. Fuck off. Fortunately, we will get a ton of experience for this. I assume battle points as well. Excelente. So all that trouble I had when I first played this game, and I defeated them in one shot. Granted, I'm not going to say it was super easy. That fight definitely took out a lot of my supplies. But still, I was able to kill it in one go. So now it's time to go check up on Douglas. And how annoying is this? We just got through with the boss battle. Oh, and I forgot to equip my rifle. This happened to me a few times. I'm not happy right now. Go away. Oh God. Thank you. Gotta love that combustion. I don't like putting enemies there when you just came off of a boss battle. What if you had like no health left or no health items? That could have been a real dick move. Fortunately, that didn't happen, so I'm good and I could use the experience, but still, I don't like putting enemies after a boss battle when you don't have a chance to save. That's the biggest one I ever seen. Didn't even feel those landmines. Thank you, Al.
Are you injured?
We're fine, thanks to you. I got the truck all fixed up. Here's the key.
Thanks.
And Douglas will reward us for saving him and Flint. I was trying to talk to him again, but unfortunately I decided to walk through that door, and I got attacked by enemies. I'm not happy about that, but whatever. By the time we got back, he was gone. So we'll have to go to the trailer to see him. So finally we can save our game. I don't think y'all needed to see me save my game. You've seen me save my game before. It's not that exciting. I take back a little bit of my criticism of putting enemies there. I'm pretty sure they refill your health to full, if memory serves. I have mentioned several times I am blind, so when those status screens come up at the end of these battles, I can't really see them. When I'm playing, I can look at them, but it's been a couple weeks since I played this. So when I'm trying to remember the name of a power that I used or anything like that, sometimes it's a little difficult. Hell, remembering anything for me at this point is kind of difficult. And yes, I went and saved my game again because I didn't want to have to walk those paths again. So now we gotta head up to Douglas's trailer. We'll pick up the reward next video. I'm pretty sure next video is going to be a fairly short video as well. For me anyways, these videos are kind of short. This is the first playthrough I've had in a long time that so far has not had a video go 40 minutes or longer.
Where the hell have you been?
Sorry, just stepped out of town. Something happened?
Did you not see the 20-foot fucker breathing fire?
Geez, sorry. Just wanted a drink. Hey, remember what I told you about that shelter? It gets even better.
What does?
Retroviruses, stuff that can cause Ebola or AIDS. They can change the host DNA. Pretty messy stuff, huh?
Parasites, bringing their own DNA package wherever they go.
My bad. I forgot you're the expert. Anyhow, if you try to manufacture viruses like this, you get
A vector virus. A transport system for inserting manufactured DNA into cells. Some civilian organizations are using them for DNA treatments.
Right. A retrovirus that can artificially modify DNA. Now what if you use them on reproductive cells?
Then the manufactured DNA would be passed from parent to child. Duh. As the virus spreads, mutations would occur. Actually, human DNA already shows signs of tampering. Tampering by viruses. Viruses triggered evolution, in other words. Wait, that means that neomitochondria...
Are you okay? You turned pale.
It's nothing.
So the local NMCs around here took local organisms as hosts. Take neomitochondria, add the reproductive power of a virus, and you've got the recipe for a worldwide nightmare. One from which we'll never awaken.
But why would anyone want...
It's a stumper, yeah. What we do know is that the virus is being made at the shelter. Worse, I think it's an airborne virus.
Well, fuck.
Of course we might be too late, but there's a chance. If we can get to the shelter, maybe we can stop it.
Okay, let's do it.
Now you're talking. I've got a pretty good idea where the entrance is to this place. Leave the driving to me, and I promise we will not crash. Speaking of going to the shelter, that's exactly what I will be doing once I get done recording this video. Oh yeah. So that conversation gets a little bit more into Parasite Eve 1 territory, and we have annoying enemies, which I don't care for. Especially when all I want to do is save my game and end the video. And I love how this thing is targeting the wrong enemies. I want to target this camel thing. I think I'm about to upgrade my magic. So that's why I'm not minding using it here. Like I talked about the past 2 videos, you definitely want to use all your magic before you upgrade a power or activate a new one. And once we fully max out the powers that we have, we get new powers. So that should be interesting to see. So let's go ahead and look in on Douglas and see how he's doing. I wonder how he made it here without running into any of those enemies. And here he's just thanking us for saving him and the dog. During that cutscene we had with Aya and Kyle, Aya says something like, "We could have used your help." There's nothing Kyle could have done. I'm not a Kyle fan at all, but there's nothing he could have done to help. That was all on Aya to fix. There's nothing any of the other people could have done. So here's the choices I decide to make with my powers. Hopefully I made wise decisions. If not, well, then I guess I will suffer the consequences. Anyways, that's all I'm going to do for this video, so now it's time to save that game. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see y'all next time with more Parasite Eve 2!